What's up, everybody? Let's talk sports here, right? Let's talk Canelo Alvarez, right? Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting a quote-unquote warm-up fight. Now, if you don't know what a warm-up fight is, in this day and age, like, let's have the mega fights, the day and age of that, you don't have really a lot of warm-up fights anymore. Tyson Fury did it a couple times where he fought these guys that were kind of like just not very good, and people kind of got upset about that. However, the warm-up fight is a very quality, it has a very intense quality in the terms of the prize fighting concept, right? Like, you want to see your fighter fight consistently. You want to see that person be there active. We don't want to see the prize fighter fighting these warm-up fights, but you need those warm-up fights. I think the warm-up fights have a very good intrinsic quality to it because it keeps the person in the entertainment scope. It keeps you there. We're still talking about Canelo, right? Arguably one of the best fighters of this small time here. And then if you look at the situation, is that you keep everything going, right? You keep everybody employed, you keep money generated in. Now, provided that fight's not going to generate the same type of revenue versus, let's say, Canelo versus Triple G, Canelo versus whoever major, right? But the purpose of this fight is so he can jump into the European market, the British market, there's a lot of fighters over there that are undefeated, that are marketable, and you can do very well with those, right? I don't want to say a ton of money, but you could do very well with those. So this warm-up fight has two effects. One, it keeps Canelo Alvarez in the lexicon of entertainment boxing. He's a prize fighter. When you're an A-level fighter, that's not good enough. You have to be an A-level prize fighter. You have to be entertaining. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to get yourself in that mode where you're in the public eye all the time. What you do with the warm-up fight. A warm-up fight is just that, right? So use a warm-up fight to benefit everybody, right? So you say to yourself, yeah, but you're putting your life on your line, you should maximize all that. Yes, this is true, but the entertainment value carries over to the next thing, because now you can, what they call, build momentum, right? You build momentum from one fight next. It's like a springboard, right? So if he went to the European market and fought, say, Billy Joe Sanders, who's undefeated, you fight him, and what happens? Nobody knows about him, nobody's talked to him, nobody's seen Canelo Alvarez interact with him, right? So it's hard to get the audience to sell that fight. But if you warm up with the fighter from Europe or from somewhere else, you ease your way into that situation, and now here's a powerful thing. You start making headlines, articles are starting to be written about you in that country, right? So that's how you become popular. It's a lost art, and it's something that's super important to do, and fighters forget about this idea, right? Prize fighters forget about this idea. You know, and everybody wants to use the Floyd Mayweather method where he only fought big fights. But even those big fights, if you really analyze them, some of those fights were built up to the bigger fight. And that's how you have these ginormous pay-per-views, right? Conversely, I'm in a video where I talk about how Conor McGregor needs to go through this. He needs to go and fight a bunch of lower level people, be humble, and get to that title fight again to fight Khabib. That's going to be a probably 2 or 3 year process, but I'm going to talk about it in another video. But let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. It's a very smart move on his part. He keeps his people working. He keeps his name in the media, articles, buzz, generation, social media. You can do all this other stuff. It's a very quality situation. You got to keep doing it. Kudos to him. You tell me what you guys think. You guys agree with me, don't agree with me, all that stuff, good, whatever. That's okay. Hit me in the comments, like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit me up. Thanks for watching. If you guys watch this whole thing, thanks for watching. Bye.